Okay guys, this is the 2025 Tesla Model 3 Performance, and we're going to do kind of a review of this. This was actually given to me as a loaner vehicle from the service center. My Cybertruck's in the shop. Video to come on that, but I'm impressed with this car. I want to kind of just like an overview tour, kind of give you some thoughts. We'll do some drives, just kind of go over this car, but these wheels really stand out in this car. These are the 20-inch warp wheels. They have these plastic inserts that can come out. I think they look really good. They're actually a forged wheel. They're very lightweight. You've got those larger brake calipers back behind there. They are a staggered wheel and tire setup. So this is a front's a 235 3520. It's a 9-inch wide rim in the front, and then it's a 10-inch wide in the rear, running a 275 3020. And it's also got the red brake caliper. So it's kind of about performance brakes on it. Performance suspension is also something you get with this car, and that's really where this car shines, the performance, the handling. It does come with the carbon fiber spoiler here on the rear, and then this rear diffuser lower bumper area is different than on the regular Model 3. We've got it's a performance badge. It's got some like purplish to it, so it's not the plaid badge. It's kind of like a performance type badge on there, but it's got a great looking car. I think it's got a great stance. This is a stealth gray on the outside, and then the black and white interior on the inside, which I think is a great color combination. Nothing really different like interior wise as far as cargo room or anything. You do get powered trunk here. You got room on that side, room on that side. It is a 60-40 split on the rear back, the seat back, so those do fold down. You can pass things through there, and then you've got your storage here. So this is the same on like the Model 3 Premium trims, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Those are the same as far as the cargo room. Here in the back seat, this is where we fold down the seats here. It's just got a good looking LED trim to it. The black and white is a really nice contrast. And then up here, you just push that, fold it down, you get access to the trunk. Okay, taking a look at the rear screen. Got decent legroom here. I mean, adults can fit back here just fine. This is really soft. The feel of these seats is really nice. I really like the feel of these seats. It's a vegan type leather, simulated leather. But you got the entertainment, you've got arcade, music. You can change heated seats here. You can change climate control here. So it's nice to have this screen here. 2 USB-C charging ports here on the back. And then the glass panorama roof here, which is really kind of opens it up here. Gives it a little extra headroom as well. You get more headroom up here with this glass roof. So making our way to the front here, this is the same size as the other Model 3s, just a standard front trunk here. It's kind of a plastic bin, so you don't have to worry about carpet getting wet. You can throw in there. It's a pretty durable area. You've got a tow hook here. And that little light there is emergency release. If someone gets trapped in there, that's actually a way to release the front trunk. A tip on how to close these, they don't close on their own. You have to lift them up and close them on their own. Just push down on the Tesla T. Push down firmly until you hear it click. That's how you close those. The front bumper is unique to the Performance. You've got a little bit wider air inlet there. Kind of this chin spoiler. So you've got a little different look to the front bumper than you do have on the standard Model 3. Because I actually own that car. There is actually a 2025 Model 3 Premium rear-wheel drive with same color, same exterior, same interior color. Just kind of a comparison. The Performance trims probably an extra $14,000 versus that car. That's about $43,000. This one's was $56,000. So it is quite a bit jump. $15,000 jump in price. It's quite a jump. You do get some nice upgrades. Exterior, the wheels, the brakes, the suspension's nicer, and then probably one other thing here in the front to mention is these seats. These are kind of like the Performance seats. It has that kind of performance badge right there, and there's more bolstering on the seats. The seats are actually really comfortable. The bolstering here on the sides, down here on the legs, and then on your sides is a little more predominant and kind of holds you in the seat a little better. You do have brushed aluminum pedal covers, and then you're also getting a carbon fiber kind of trim piece here versus a fabric one in the other trims of the Model 3. Now this one's a late 2025 build. It's an October 2025 build. So 25, like late 25 and newer ones are coming with the turn indicator stock here instead of the buttons on the steering wheel, which kind of an interesting change. This is how like the Model Ys have always been. 24, 25 Model 3s only had blinkers here on the steering wheel. They've changed it now to have a stock, which I kind of like this. Takes a little going used to. I did like the buttons here, but this is a more traditional stock, and I like that. Okay, you do get ventilated seats. That's in all the premium trims of this car, heated and ventilated, which is really nice, and the white really makes it nice. If you live in a hot climate, it's nice in the summertime, these cooled seats, and the white also makes it really nice as well. Now, guys, I will say this, to give you just a comparison, you can go drive these cars for yourself and just kind of see, but what I really like about this car is the handling, like the suspension setup of this. It has a sportier suspension feel. The rear wheel premium trim that I have, my 25, it has kind of like a bouncier suspension. Like when I'm on the freeway going 65, 70 miles an hour, and I move the wheel a little bit, the car there's a lot of body roll to it. And this car doesn't have it. This has a lot more sport tuned suspension, which feels really good. I really like the setup of the suspension. It's not rough, it's just sporty, and I like that. That's the type of suspension setup that I like. So I like the suspension setup. A little bit wider, wheels, lower profile tires. They give a little bit better handling as well. I keep wanting to push the steering wheel here for the turn signal. I gotta remember we have a stock here. And then, guys, the big upgrade on this is the 0 to 60 time. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, so it's extremely quick off the line. This is a really fun car to drive. It's a smaller car, so it's not big like the Model S Plaid that's just like longer, heavier. This feels really light and nimble, and it's kind of power to weight ratio is really good as well. So just a really nice driving car. Love the suspension, the handling, and then you get some when you're doing some pulls from the stoplight. I mean, this thing takes off. It's impressive, the acceleration this car has. There's 4 different trims of the Model 3. There's the rear wheel drive that's kind of like a stripped down version, and then there's the premium rear wheel drive, which is the version I have. I'm actually leasing that one. It's the same color combo as this one. Premium all-wheel drive, and then performance all-wheel drive. And I was curious to see what the premium all-wheel drive 0 to 60 is. Okay, 4.2 seconds, 346 miles of range. This one's 2.9 and 309, 309 miles of range. Yeah, so it looks like right now on the Tesla website, if you order a Model 3 Performance, the color of the inside and outside, those are all included in the price. So if you wanted to do gray, red, blue, probably getting like 30 miles less range in this versus the premium all-wheel drive right now. So not only is this car like really sporty, really fun, accelerates really, really fast, but also has FSD, full self-driving. If you buy one now, so now we're in April of 2026, you buy one now, you can't transfer FSD to it. You can only subscribe to it for, right now it's $100 a month. But still, it still does a really good job. FSD is really impressive right now. And, so you really get the best of both worlds. You get a really comfortable commuting car, and then it can be very spirited, very quick when you want it to. So I think that's a really great mix in one vehicle. So like right here, guys, I'm going like 50 miles an hour, and like if I kind of swerve or whatever, the car just moves wherever you point the steering wheel. I mean, there's very little body roll to this thing, which is really impressive. So I really like the suspension handling of this. This is a great car. Guys, if you haven't driven one of these, you can schedule a test drive at your local Tesla delivery center. Go in, test it out. You can test out all the different trims of the Model 3, so that way you can kind of see what you like. Price point too. I mean, this is, you know, you're paying versus like the one that I have, $42,900 versus, let's just say, $55,000. You kind of have to decide, is it worth it? If I was buying one right now, would I be buying a performance? Maybe not. Probably not, just because of the price. I mean, the price is a lot more expensive. You can actually find I'd probably look at this. I'd probably look at a 2024. Like, we're now in 2026. There's probably going to be some leases that are coming up here. You know, you could probably, I don't know, if you get one in the 30s, high 30s maybe, it'd probably be worth it. It'd probably be worth it in that case. I mean, you put your foot down, guys, and you're to 60 like that. I mean, this thing is that quick. It pulls hard. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to drive. So I'm impressed with this car. I think this is a great mix of like performance, comfort. It drives itself, but it's fast. You could take this to the, you know, autocross track and autocross it. Fun car. I think Tesla's got a really cool car at this price point with this car. All right, guys, I want to give you a quick comparison on the Tesla website. So I know I'm recording my screen here, but I want to show you just how the pricing works. So this is the price that includes the destination fee and order fee. Destination fees like the delivery fee, and then there's a $250 order fee. So $56,630. The nice thing, you see how this has the Quicksilver? That's a $2,500 upgrade. Color price, and then the interior is $1,000. However, when you order the performance, any interior or exterior colors are included. So if you want white interior and you want a premium color like this or the red that costs $2,500, it's included on the performance trim. So it is kind of that is kind of one of the benefits to the performance trim. So $56,630. Okay, over here at the all-wheel drive trim, the cost is $53,630, but that includes $2,500 paint upgrade, $1,000 interior, and $1,500 wheel upgrade. So it's $4,500 of upgrades to kind of get a similarly equipped as the performance one. So $53,636. So basically, it's a $3,000 difference. Now, with this premium all-wheel drive trim, Tesla will offer a $2,000 acceleration boost. So to get it from like 4.2 seconds down to 3.8, 3.7 seconds of 0 to 60. That's going to be $2,000, only $1,000 more than a fully loaded premium all-wheel drive with acceleration boost. So that's why I think the performance trim is probably the better deal, because you get a lot more upgrades for just that $1,000 price. All right, guys, that's just kind of a comparison of the two trims. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to leave your comment down below. Which one are you ordering, premium all-wheel drive or the performance? Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, and see you in the next video.